Punarapi jananam punarapi maranam punarapi janani jathare sayanam iya samsare bahudustare krupaya pare pahi murare. To cross over this ocean of samsara, we need protection. So the protection is being highlighted here. We need God's grace, and God's grace is the protection. Because the mind job is to make you to feel not protected, what we call insecure, and more you feel insecure, mind boss over you. And the job of the mind is to make you to feel insecure all the time. I will not allow you to feel protected. Have you not seen this point? The moment you feel protected, mind gets bored. The boredom is nothing. It is, when you started feeling protected. Because once you are protected, mind does not have any job. So mind becomes weaker. So that's why to handle your mind, which in turn always wants to push you to feel unprotected, you need some X factor who can govern your mind. And here the God's grace, the God is the governing factor. And of course we were giving this example of fisherman. When the fish is very smart, wants to be smart and wants to be far away from the fisherman, so that will not get caught. The more becomes far away, remember, will be caught first. Whereas if the fish comes closer to the fisherman, of course that fish is not going to get caught. Another example also I will give you. These are the small things to understand. Another example is chakki. Those days we had this grinding, not present day grinding, okay? Or the blender and a grinder, it's not like that. Those days, there will be two, in Indian context we say, other countries also we have, definitely somewhere or other. There will be two stones. And of course, that center there will be one particular wood, and they put it. Then like this they do it, okay? You will be shocked to know the grains that is near to the pole, near to the center pole, that grain will never get crushed. All other grains will be crushed, but not those fellows. So sometimes what they do is they lift it last moment, then they try to push. And there are small guys, but smart guys, not small guys, smart guys. They always, few of them will come nearer to the pole, and they never get crushed. Life is exactly like this. So if we look at that in our life, if the God becomes the center pole, the more we come closer to the God, means accepting God, bringing the God, not like, thinking that God is my uncle sitting somewhere to punish me or award me, not that God, okay? Please understand. We are not talking about that God at all. Bringing the God, the totality, bringing the Ishvara, accepting the Ishvara in your life, making it as your part of your life, definitely will give you protection. And once you feel protected, remember, there is nothing to cross. In fact, there is no water. If there is water, then you have to swim, you have to cross. You will discover there is no water at all. Your insecurity makes you to feel really that there is plenty of water and you get drowned, or you feel drowned. Not that you get drowned, you feel drowned. That's why may you bring more and more Ishvara in your life. While discussing the next verse that we have already started, Rathya charpata virachita kantha punya punya vivarjita pantha yogi yoga niyajita chitta ramate balon mat vadeva. This verse highlights about a wise person, and happens to be also a sannyasi. So how the wisdom brings happy, and to become happy you don't need anything other than wisdom in your life. That is being highlighted in this verse by one of the disciples, unknown disciple, of course this one. If you look at, he says beautifully that yogi, so yogi means here jnani. So a yogi, a jnani, yoga niyojita chitta. So his chitta, his mind is committed to jnanam. Yoga means jnana. So that means if a yogi mind is committed to yoga, the jnanam, definitely what happens? That person definitely enjoys. And who is that person? That's why I said sannyasi jnani here. Punya punya vivarjita pantha. The one who is free from punya and papa. Punya means papa. Means who is not interested, who does not claim in good result of action that he has done earlier, or the bad actions, the result of the bad actions makes no difference. So that means the one who does not claim any karma phala. Means the person keeps doing as prarabdha pushes without claiming back the result. That's the most important thing in life, remember. It gives also clue. You are unhappy not because of the situation, not because of people, including not because of your prarabdha. I am extending one more step, okay? You are unhappy when you try to claim the result of your actions. So more you try to claim and put the results of action in your bag, you understand? The more you try to collect, claiming here means collecting, really claiming, there is no collect also, you cannot collect, only claiming, the sense of notion. The result of actions, the more you are unhappy in your life. So that's why it is not anything claiming, but here, because of the wisdom, because of the understanding, the person who does not claim any result, whether it's good or bad, that's why he has grown out of all these things. There is maturity, there is growth. And of course, because of the dispassion and other things, viveka, vairagya, because of that reason, remember this. It is not, because the person could not get the grape and says, hey, after all, grape is shower. Hey, grape is shower or you cannot afford. Tell that, yes, I cannot afford. Suppose the choice is being given, then you can afford, and then you say, look, grape is a shower. That is something really to be respected. So that's why here, not only the person has grown out of punya and apunya, punya and papa, he says, rathya charpata virachita kantha. Interestingly, what the person does here, he does not bother anything symbolically here. Even if he dresses himself, how he dresses himself? Just picked up some cloth, stitched cloth, just to cover himself. Means the person who does not have anything, he doesn't have any belongings, and which implies that not only with reference to cloth, he does not bother about anything. Because in your life, another type of mistake you make, not only you claim the punya and papa, also you are bothered what other will think of you. That generally you cannot grow out of it. It's very difficult. Then you say, no, actually I don't bother what society think. I say, you may not bother what society think about you, but definitely you bother at least one or two people, those to whom you care. I have seen, especially in families, where there are siblings, especially two brothers or two brother, sister, or whatever, all these relationships. That fellow will not bother about anybody, including parents. What parents says makes no difference. But we'll go to the brother. Look, putting a dress. Do I look good? Does this dress fits me? Always we'll look the good word or recommendation from one fellow at least. And if that fellow says no, finished. Whereas if the whole world says no, but that fellow says good is perfect. So that means again what happens? One person's comment, one person's suggestion, one person's acceptance matters. So if you observe yourself, always you work to get recognition, to get acceptance. At least one or two people or many people, depends upon you and your relationship. And some people keep fluctuating, jumping, that is another thing. So in short, what others think about is more important. And because of that reason, you change your way of functioning. Have you not observed? Today who you are is because of somebody. Not positively, okay? Here negatively, okay? Definitely today who you are because of somebody, no doubt in it. But negatively here, today who you are, if you are stupid, if you are, you understand? Or barking like a dog, bow, bow. Because there are different people, different ways function. All these are related to at least one or two people to whom you want to impress, from whom you want to acknowledgement, endorsement. That might have happened with reference to your father, brother, sister, mother, friend, slowly getting extended to others. But always it starts and it remains with reference to one or two people. That's why you get angry. A lot of psychological issues you go through because of this reason. And here he says, because of the wisdom, the person does not bother about anything, anybody. Just picks up few clothes, that to rotten, some small cut pieces, and stitches. Or you can stitch the cloth. He doesn't have to stitch the cloth lying down somewhere, just puts and keeps moving. So that means, remember here, the person doesn't have any possession, doesn't have belonging, nor he claims anything. That doesn't claim the result of action. That means the unhappiness that we are going through in our life because of these two reasons. And whenever you are unhappy, it is because of both the things together or sometimes either or. And most of the time I have observed people, both the things together keeps coming. And sometimes it is compounded. That is worst thing to happen, okay? How? Says that beautifully. Then definitely, when the person's mind is committed to knowledge, and that person is here, wise person, not committed to anything. And he says what? Ramate balonmatteva. Like, Ramate like a child, keeps reveling, keeps moving like a child. Or you can say live like a child. How? Child to become happy does not need anything. Or small things makes a child happy. If you just call child his or her name, will smile nicely and look at you. Have you not observed? Just you try to show your face to the child, just shake your head, child will start smiling. Child to smile, child to become happy does not need anything. But when the same child grows up, needs a chocolate to become happy. You understand? To give you a smile, the fellow has to need some chocolate. And I'll tell you openly. This is what I love to do, I used to do. Nowadays, okay, I cannot, I should not. I always observe the child when, picks up this ego. The child without ego and the child with ego. And when the child, that childish is there, means innocence is there, and ego is there, it's a very mixture, it's a very confusing state. And always I try to play with it, and I'm talking to in my teenage, I used to do this. That was my, experiment, spending time with this way. And always I try to see how far you can extend that innocence and how the innocence is being suppressed with ego, with individuality. It's a very amazing thing to observe. One incident I will share with you, which is really, I remember now with contextually. There was one boy, I think that time he was some 3-year-old maybe. So his mother said, this fellow is super conscious, he will never give anything. I said, what are you talking? I can get anything and everything from him. Mother said, impossible. Father also came forward, you cannot do it. I said, of course I will get it done. And it was a challenge, just casually. I said, okay, let us do. And that fellow, I called him. So he came, very nice. I said, hey, I want your shirt. Remove your shirt. No. So okay, as usual, I asked somebody, bring one, box of chocolates, small candies. Fellow bought. Okay, I kept it with me. I said, okay, look, if you remove your shirt, I'll give you, I put my hand, this much chocolates, candies for you. No. He was looking at, but at the same time, the innocence and the ego, both are there. And I was observing, then after that what I did, other children also started joining, little elder to him. I started giving one candy to others. Then he started understanding, my candy is going to get over, I may not get. Can you see how this ego is being challenged? So when ego is being challenged, now innocence starts taking over. It was very nice, I should have filmed it those days, okay? Now I should do this film. Such an innocence expressions you can see. Then finally what happened? Finally I said, look, if you remove your shirt, give me, I am giving you this much candies. Finally he removed. But I did not want to leave because I had put a challenge, I'll remove everything from him. I said, okay, remove your pant. If you remove pant, I'll give you 2 handful of candies. First he took 1 handful and kept it and came back, okay, because there is a target, because there is a box. And again came, because now around 20-30 people started gathering, because it was a open challenge, we were having fun. And father is showing, hey, don't do. So that was bargaining. Finally I said, look, 2 handful, decide. You have to remove the pant. Finally, that fellow removed the pant, took it. Again kept it. Again came back with that small underwear. I said, remove underwear. And remember, 3-year-old boy. Let's look at this ego and innocence. It's a big drama he did. I think we spent more than 10 minutes. I said, look, whole box. Decide what you want. Whether you want the whole box of candy or not. You may believe it or not, after a few minutes, thought, and father is saying, no, everybody, father, mother, everybody is saying, no, others are waiting, what is to be done, how to go about it. Finally, do you know what he did? He just removed his pant, took the bottle, that box from me, snatched literally, and ran away. Just observe the situation. It's a very small thing to see. The innocence and the ego, how it plays the role. And as you grow, you discover your innocence gets destroyed, gets sacrificed at the cost of your ego. You lose your simplicity. You become very complicated. For no reason, for small things you make complicated. That's why a complicated person is an egoist person. Means if a person makes small things or everything makes complicated, that means the person is definitely an egoist person. That's why when things gets complicated, it's better to keep quiet with reference to that person. So here is being highlighted very carefully. The person moves like a child. That's the point. It means innocence, simplicity. To become a happy person, to see the happiness, you don't need anything. And also sometimes moves like a mad person. Mad person means don't think that all the mad people are wise people, okay? And don't come to this conclusion, okay? Here, mad means a mad person while walking on the street will be smiling. Means a mad person to smile does not need anything. Whereas for you to smile, at least you have to go to dentist to pay for it. After paying to dentist, you will come back and say, now my teeth looks beautiful. And that smile is artificial, not even natural. You understand? So for you to smile, you have to do something. You must gain something. You must achieve something. And again, that smile is artificial. Can you see this point in your life? So here it says, that person is a wise person who enjoys life, who is always happy without anything. For his happiness, he does not need anything because the person is committed to knowledge. But the problem is with common people, that they are committed to anything and everything except knowledge. If you are not committed to anything, at least you are married to your ego. You understand? If you are not committed to anything, at least you are married to ego. I am telling you, married, not committed to ego, okay? Why marriage? In marriage, sometimes also you want to get rid of that person, okay? You're tired when you are fed up with a man or woman, you want to get rid of that person. Same thing also when ego bothers you too much. Sometimes do you want to get rid of that ego or not? Definitely. So when that ego itself suffocates you, corners you, puts you down, creates all sort of problem, then you curse yourself, why, what is happening? You cry, you break your head. Does it happen or not? So that means you are married to your ego. And if you are married to your ego, living with, or if you don't want marriage, nowadays there is no marriage, more people are living with, the new term I have to use. So if you are living with your ego, imagine, will you have innocence? Will you have simplicity? Will your mind be available for teaching? Will you be get committed to teaching and knowledge? Impossible. All are just a show up, time pass, time waste. That's why such a beautiful verse highlighted, that get committed to the teaching. So when you are committed to the knowledge and teaching, definitely for you to become happy, you don't need anything. To become a happy person, remember, to be happy, you don't need anything, like a child. For small thing, you can smile. And of course, like a mad person does not need anything even to smile. That should be your life. Not you have to put how much I get based on my balance sheet calculation, then only I will smile. You understand? First you have to balance Oh, I gained it. You understand? Suppose if I don't get anything, no, I don't want to waste my smile with that fellow. You smile with that person where you have your plus balance it. You understand? When you have gained something or other. If you discover you are not gaining, at least your words are not respected. Forget about gaining. If your words are not respected, will you smile with that person? That's why today you smile with a person because hoping, if you have not gained anything, hoping that you will gain something. If you discover that your hope and expectations are destroyed, no more you are going to gain, will you smile that person? Will you smile with reference to that person? In fact, your face will be long seeing that person. I am like, no, father, child says, my father said, father is not at home. You understand? My father said, father is not at home. So that's why, that is how you behave. You tell lie to yourself. You pretend yourself that you are not available or you are angry, you are upset. Means you are angry and upset. Why? Because you could not gain, you could not achieve, you could not bargain, you could not fulfill what you wanted to. Is that life? More of it we'll see on Monday. Please close your eyes.